Hey, it's James Lynch back with another AI Predicts video. And in today's video, I'm going to be previewing the UFC 329 card using a AI app called Fight Signal. You can check it out online at app.fightsignal.com. And if you guys want to get access to the same data I'm about to talk about here today, I got a link in the description of this video where you guys can get a discount so you can check it out. So we're recording this pretty early here, June 24th. If you're on Patreon, you're watching it now. If you're everyone else, you're going to be watching it on Fight Week. So how it works is once you log into Fight Signal, you go over to events, and then we go over to event details, and then you go over to UFC 329 McGregor Holloway. Knock on wood, nothing happens with this card and none of the stuff's outdated. Hopefully the card stays intact. So do good, I mentioned that as well. And also at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you how Fight Signal is done in terms of their predictions on the year so far. So I think that's important too. So we're going to mainly focus on Conor McGregor and Max Holloway in this video, but I will go through their picks for every fight on this card. So let's start first with some of the basic stuff here with McGregor and Holloway. The technical comparison goes to Holloway at 14.28%. The grappling goes to Holloway as well. Not by much though, only 0.11%. The momentum obviously goes to Holloway with him being more active. The physicals though go to McGregor at 20.24%. Why Holloway might win this one? Superior striking volume with 6.614 significant strikes landed per minute. Better takedown defense at 81% compared to 66%. Higher win percentage at 71 compared to 71.4. Shows the odds movement and everything else. Excitement level, obviously this is a big one. Prediction factors, McGregor factors. Long layoff since his major leg injury. Knockout power in a higher weight class. Struggles past the first round. Holloway's factors, superior activity and recent championship experience. Elite volume and strike consistency. Vulnerability to head strikes. That's kind of interesting too. So if we go over to the signals right now, if we have a look here, the Fight Signal AI does the chuck balance one. So these are different AI prediction tools that they use here. The chuck balance favors Holloway at 53.5%. The chuck volume also, both of them do. Chuck balance 1 and chuck volume 1 both favor Holloway at 53.5% and 51.9%. The betting markets at the time of recording this, 67% for Holloway. Polymarket has 65 for Holloway. Betting community, 74% is a little bit higher. Expert in public opinion is on Holloway, and the technical side, the stats comparison, favors Holloway as well at 57.3%. Let's have a look at some stats in here. Let's dig in a little bit more. So these are just your typical stats. Obviously, McGregor's got more KO wins. Submission wins go to Holloway. Decision wins go to Holloway. Skill comparison, the striking favors Holloway actually at 62.8. Grappling favors Holloway as well. Actually, it's a 0.11% like we sort of looked at there. So striking accuracy favors McGregor. Strikes absorbed per minute favors McGregor as well. Striking defense favors Max Holloway, which makes sense. He's only been knocked out the one time. Takedowns for 15 minutes favors McGregor. Takedown accuracy favors McGregor. You can see the physical attributes as well. Holloway going to be a little bit taller. McGregor with the reach advantage. Southpaw versus orthodox. So very interesting there too. We go to the reports. Let's have a look at some of the technical development. The untouchable aura has vanished. McGregor's striking differential has plummeted from a dominant 2.5 strikes per minute landed versus absorbed in his 2015 featherweight prime to a razor-thin 0.67 by 2021, revealing a fighter who is now forced to trade damage rather than avoid it. McGregor's evolved from a wild blitzing artist to a calculated sniper, increasing a significant strike accuracy from a raw 44% to a masterful 47.6% at his 2016 double champ peak, which was a decade ago. His offensive wrestling completely inverted. What began as a surprising weapon, averaging over 3 takedowns per 15 minutes in 2014, has disappeared to 0.67. Holloway's technical development has evolved from a high-volume prospect to an all-time striking machine, boosting his output from an early career 5.1 to a historic 6.99 significant strikes landed per minute, while simultaneously improving his accuracy from 38 to an elite 47%. Holloway has matured from a pure combination puncher into a tactical body snatcher, elevating his body strikes landed per minute to over 1.67 with a ruthless 74% accuracy. So it goes over McGregor's advantages here: superior knockout power with higher knockdowns per 15 minutes, better finishing ability, excellent leg kick accuracy, southpaw stance advantage as an orthodox fighter. Holloway's advantage is superior striking volume, better takedown defense, higher win percentage, better strike defense, height and cardio advantage over a longer fight time. That's another thing to keep in mind. McGregor's disadvantage is currently on a 2-fight losing streak, lower striking volume at 5.322 strikes per minute, weaker takedown defense, less active with only 1.69 fights per year. Holloway's disadvantages: lower knockout power and finishing rate, reach disadvantage, lower knockdown rate per 15 minutes and coming off a loss in his last fight. McGregor's win conditions, these are interesting. Land early power shots to secure a knockdown or knockout. Utilize southpaw angles and leg kicks efficiently. Press for early finish before cardio becomes a factor. Exploit reach advantage in distance striking. Holloway's win conditions. Maintain high striking volume throughout the fight. Use superior cardio to outlast opponent in later rounds, defend takedowns, and keep fights standing. Target body shots with superior accuracy. Push pace to force decision victory. So the technical comparison does favor Holloway at 57.25% compared to McGregor. You can see this in the ELO scare comparison and the rank comparison as well. Sentiment. Let's have a look here. Analysts based on 107 data points from 28 sources. Combined prediction, all going to Holloway here. Combined prediction, expert prediction, and public prediction. Article read at YouTube. There's the source and a lot of different websites. So we talked about the prediction factors. So they're grabbing stuff from all over the web as the sources. Let's look at the odds here. Again, these are not American odds, I don't think. It's going to take a second to load here. Here we go. So yeah, the lower number favors Holloway, obviously 1.43, 1.39, 1.38. So these are pretty similar here, having Holloway as the betting favorite. And no surprise here, if we go to the overall view of it, they do favor Holloway at 59.88% compared to 40.12% for Conor McGregor. And if we just look at the overall betting odds, just so we got the American one right here, you look at most books right now, Conor McGregor coming in as almost some books have him as a 2-to-1 underdog. Max Holloway, not quite a 3-to-1 favorite, close to like minus 250, minus 260. So that kind of makes sense. So there you go. They do favor Holloway. I don't think that's a super shocking thing. He's more active. He's going to, be a little bit taller in this spot. So they do like Max Holloway in this spot for that. Okay, let's go through the rest of the card. I'm not going to go into in-depth detail. I'm just going to tell you who they like and everything else. Whoops, going to the wrong event there. Okay, so let's have a look at who they like. And I can kind of tell you who the underdog and the favorite are in each one too. So it's just going to take a second here to load. Actually, let's go down here. Okay, so co-main event, Benoit Saint-Denis, Paddy Pimblett. Betting odds have Benoit Saint-Denis as a slight favorite here, Paddy Pimblett the underdog. If you look, whoops, that's the wrong fight. If you look at Benoit Saint-Denis and Paddy Pimblett, AI predicts Benoit Saint-Denis 54.2% compared to 45.8%. So favors Benoit Saint-Denis based off 7 signals. So they're liking BSD in this one. Corey Sandhagen, Mario Batista. You can see Sandhagen about a minus 150 favorite. Batista the underdog here. Fight Signal is liking Sandhagen as well by similar odds here, 52.78 compared to 47.22. Favor Sandhagen based on 7 signals. So I think it's going to be like that in most spots. Okay, let's keep it going. Brandon Royval and Loner Kavanagh. So the odds favor Kavanagh here, about a 2-to-1 favorite here. Brandon Royval the underdog. And on here, they favor Kavanagh a lot more here, 63.6%, just 36% for Brandon Royval. So again, I bring this up because, the odds and what they think as well is a little bit interesting. So again, this would look more of like a 3-to-1 favorite instead of a 2-to-1 favorite if we're looking at the percentage here. So they really like Kavanagh here more than the betting odds do. Okay, let's keep it going. King Green and Terrence McKinney. They favor McKinney a lot, 59% compared to 40%. What do the odds have here? On this, they might not have odds for all of them. They do not have odds on this yet, but I would imagine King Green, if we go on Tapology, they're going to have McKinney favored. Let's see with the Tapology. So if we don't have betting odds, which it looks like we only have it for a couple, if you go to the McKinney and Green one, 66% of people picking McKinney, 34% for Green. So slightly lower on the AI side of things as far as how people are picking. Interesting one here on the prelims, Robert Whittaker and Nikita Krylov. Who do they favor here? They favor Whittaker by a decent amount here, 64.88%, just 35% there for Krylov. I don't think we have odds on that fight. We do not, right? What is Tapology saying here? Tapology has Whittaker at 87%. So a lot of people like Whittaker way more than AI does. They just have him at 64.88. Okay, let's have a look at Gable Steveson and Alicia Ellison. This one's going to be huge. 78% here for Gable Steveson, just 21% for his opponent. And if we look here on the odds, going to be a similar story. Minus 2,500. Makes sense. Obviously, he's making his debut, and there's a lot of hype behind him. So, yeah, this is actually a bit lower. I think it would be closer to 90% if it was going by this minus 2,500 odds there. Okay, let's keep going. Cody Garbrandt and Adrian Yanez. They like Yanez at 62.07%, 37% for Garbrandt. Do we have odds on that fight? We do not. What do they have on Tapology as far as the favorites? Yeah, 72% for Yanez, 28% for Garbrandt. So the AI likes Yanez just a little bit less than the Tapology odds. Luke Riley and Kai Kamaka, 81% for Luke Riley, 18% for Kai Kamaka, and I'm sure we're going to get similar odds here on Tapology. Yeah, 92% to 8, so fairly similar there. Tracy Cortez and Wang Kong, they like Wang Kong at 58.78%. That's interesting. Could see Cortez being the pick here. And yeah, 67% to 33. So yeah, they like Kong a little bit less than Tapology does. Pinas and Almeida. Pinas 84%, just 15% for Almeida. And if we look on here, what are people thinking for this fight? Yeah, same thing, 89% to 11. We're almost done here. Farid Basharat, Ethan Ewing, very competitive fight. Wow, 69% for Ewing, just 30% for Basharat. I imagine this is going to be closer on Tapology, or maybe not. We'll see. Depends what. I know people are pretty high on Ethan Ewing. Wow, 82% over to 18. Okay, so there we go. They're actually giving Basharat more respect there. Gandra and Zach Reese. Gandra 76%, 23% for Zach Reese. And if we look at Zach Reese and Gandra on this one, probably similar. 82% and 18. So pretty similar there. Osborne and Durden's off. I think they're getting a replacement fight for that. So yeah, there you go. They, no surprises here as far as AI. They are kind of going with what the public's thinking. Again, we don't have betting odds yet for a lot of these fights. I'm recording this pretty early here. And if we go to the dashboard here, do want to be transparent about how they've been doing in terms of the picks. So if we look at the overall picks here, how did Chuck perform in the recent events? 2 for 4 on the last fight night on June 20th, 6 for 9, 8 for 12. Freedom 250, 4 of 6, 3 of 3, and 5 of 7. So overall, the quality one that they use, elite only, is 75.78% average accuracy on picks. The balance one is slightly lower at 71.79%. That's the elite only. So these are subscriptions you can subscribe to. So the quality one and balance one have done quite well. The volume one's a lot lower at 62.43%. So they're slightly below average. So elite and pro, the volume one model that they use makes sense. So again, all the information's there if you guys are curious about this. Again, this is just a fun video to do, kind of looking at how AI is predicting fights. And like I said, they've been pretty successful overall. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. How are you leaning on some of these fights? What did you think of these data points? Let me know what you think. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, @Lynch on Sports. This is another AI Predicts video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.